So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I get the most flawless manicure that lasts at least 7 to 10 days. This is actually an old manicure and I've had it on, I believe, for just over 2 weeks or 17 days to be precise. And as you can see from afar, it looks alright, but up close, the tips of my nails are starting to go away and it's outgrown at the base from the cuticle. If you want to see how I get the perfect manicure, then just keep watching. So I do this once a week and I usually take my nail polish with just a regular nail polish remover. I tend to use acetone free ones, but I think, you know, as long as you look after your nails, it's fine, whatever nail polish you use. And this is the one from Superdrug that's cruelty free and vegan as well. I can use it, take it off with a cotton pad, or alternatively, because I am trying to be like zero waste and not use as much wasteful products, I use a twist and dip one, and this one is for Model's Own. It's really nice. I actually picked it up in TK Maxx for around £1.99, but I believe it retails for about £3 to £4. And yeah, you just like dip your finger in and twist your finger around and it should remove the nail polishes quite easily. And what I actually love about this nail polish remover is that it smells so nice. So like once it dries, your fingers literally smell like sweets and roses. It's so nice. Now, following my routine ensures the longevity of your nail polish, and that is why it's taken a little bit longer for the nail polish to come off. So as you can see here, that is all the polish off my nails. It literally takes me like a minute to do, or a couple of minutes at most, to do all of them. But as you can see, they're looking a bit dry and crusty, and as much as they smell nice, they definitely need washing off too. So to wash my nails, all I do is take a regular old nail brush, and this is one that's really crusty, and I'm actually going to order a new one because it's so crusty. But basically I'm showing you, I just lightly rub my nails with circular motions with your everyday soap, or sometimes I actually use fairy liquid because I feel like it's antibacterial and gets rid of everything. Right, so next up is moisturising your nails, which is super important. You can use an oil or cuticle oil, but that's kind of long for me, so I just use my regular body butter that I make homemade. But any shea butter or thick butter or oils will do. And I just rub that on the palm of my fingers and rub it onto my fingernails, ensuring I go from the top of my nails right down to the cuticle. Just like we moisturise our hair or put conditioner in our hair and moisturise our body and face and whatnot, the same applies to your nails. In order to ensure healthy, nice nails that grow quite long as well, if you want to or so desire, it's important to make sure there's moisture on your nails and you're keeping them nice and exfoliated too. Now I typically do this on a Sunday. That's kind of like my day to get ready and prepare for the week ahead, and I usually do leave this on like all day. I take my nail polish off in the morning and I leave oils and moisturise my hands thoroughly with oils throughout the day, but for the purposes of this video I'm only leaving it on for about an hour. But yeah, I'm just moisturising my hands as well because no one wants crusty or dry hands. And yeah, I will let that sit for about an hour and I will rinse it off with a little bit of light soap. Right, so I'm back and now my fingernails are dry, and as you can see here, I've got a cuticle pusher, and on one side is a pusher and one side is a scraper. And sometimes you can use your nails like I'm showing you here. It's a bit blurry, but I'm just pushing back my cuticles with my nails very gently. Or alternatively, you can use the silver cuticle pusher instead. Now you've got to be very careful because it really does take off any sort of like residual flakiness, but will start to like dig ridges into your nails as well, so you've got to be very careful. And you could probably omit this step if you're not comfortable with it, or just use maybe like an orange stick or your nails even. But making sure your cuticles are clear and clean helps for and promotes good nail growth and longevity of your nail polish as well. So I'm just scraping around very lightly, but I don't really have any because I usually keep my nails quite healthy. Right, so next up is filing, and I do file my nails lightly each each week, but I haven't filed my nails in about 3 weeks, so they're in definite need of a file. And I actually use emery balls. These are a pack of 10 of emery balls I got from Superdrug, and they're super cheap. They're about £2, and they've lasted me for ages. I've probably had these for about a couple of years now, and you can see I'm only halfway through the pack. But emery balls, they're good for filing down acrylic nails, but what I love is they give the most smooth finish on your nails as well. And I know people say not to go backwards and forwards on your nails, but with emery balls you can do that because of the grit is so hard. You're not going to get any snags, and this is how I keep my nails healthy personally. But if you were supposed to use a actual nail file, not an emery ball that's made for filing down acrylics and whatnot, if you're going to use an actual nail file with a softer grit, then that is when you can cause damage going backwards and forwards on your nails. But I've been doing this for years and this works perfect for me. I know people say to use glass nail files as well, but personally emery balls work fine for me, and I don't get any snags on the sides of my nails either, and they don't get caught on anything, and they're just really nice and shaped. And I'm just shaping them into a coughing type now as well. Right, so I'm just dusting away any excess dust because you don't want to get that caught up on your nails when you're painting your nails. And here I'm just putting down a towel so I don't get any nail polish on my nice dressing table. And the first thing I'm going in with is this Super Mani 7-in-1 treatment by Barry M. Right, so this is like my holy grail product for a base coat. It is technically a nail treatment to help replenish weak or damaged nails, and although my nails aren't necessarily damaged, they aren't in the most optimum condition as they could be. And I've been putting this on my nails for the past 3-4 months now, and my nails is slowly getting back to, well, not slowly, it's actually getting back to how it used to be really well. And I'm quite happy with this product, but it works really well as a base coat as well. And I'll just apply one coat underneath this because I am going to take this off in a few days. I would usually apply two coats minimum if I am going to wear my nail polish for a week or longer. But as you can see here, I'm applying it to my whole nail and even back as far as the cuticle, but not to flood it either. But it's super cheap and retails for around £3, I believe. What I like to do when I apply nail polish, which you'll see in upcoming clips, is I apply it throughout the whole nail, and then I like to go onto the sides of the nails. I like to make sure my entire nail is covered, and regardless of what anyone says, my yellow nails are yellow, but it's not because I'm deficient on anything, it's because I paint my nails all the time. There's loads of nail videos out there who will say the same thing. I'm not lacking in anything, but yeah. Here we go with my nail colour. I'm just going to put on the same one I had on in the beginning of the video, and it's the Model's Own Hypergel polish in the shade Cashmere Rose. I do love Model's Own nail polishes, they do have such a lovely finish, but here I am just painting on a very thin layer of nail polish onto my nails. And as they say, the first layer is not meant to look good, it's meant to look straggly. It's just a base layer to just cover your nail, and then you go and neaten it up with your second coat. Applying thin coats is essential to the longevity of your nail, because otherwise it will just start to crack and smudge easily underneath, and nobody wants that. As you can see here, I put a little dollop on my thumb. My thumbnail's quite big, so I have to put quite a lot of nail polish on just to cover my nail. But I put a little dot on, move it back to the cuticle, went a bit back too crazy there, and then smooth it over the rest of your nail. Now I'm doing the 3 edges, you can see here, on the sides, along both sides and along the tip of my nail. And I do that on the first coat to ensure the entire nail is covered, sides and front as well. Right, so that's first coat done, and to dry my nails quicker so I can apply the second coat, because I'm lazy, I use my nail dryer. And to be honest, this literally cost me like £3 off eBay, and I know places like Primark sell them for like £4, and you can get them on Amazon and eBay for really cheap as well. I'll try to leave a couple of links below, but it just ensures a quicker drying time between coats, and to be honest, I don't actually wait for my coats to dry down completely. I probably paint the second coat on when the first coat is dried about 75% or 80% of the way down. And I think this actually helps with the longevity because you are essentially applying a wet top second coat onto your slightly tacky first coat, and it just helps to adhere to the nail polishes between the layers. And as you can see there, I was tapping my nails and they were still very soft on the second coat. I'd say they're probably about 60 to 70% dry, but I'm going in with this little beauty, this little gem, and it's a wet set quick dry top coat, and top coats are vital for the longevity of your manicure. And as you can see here, I've got a lot on my brush. I've had this for a while now, but I do go through these quite quickly. And you just load up as much top coat as you can on your brush and you smooth it over. You don't want your brush to touch your colour. Even if your colour is bone dry, you will get transfer onto the brush, but you just load up as much top coat as you can onto the brush and you just smooth it over your nail like a big thick gloop of gel. This little bottle of goodness has my nails dry to the touch in 10 minutes, actually in 5 minutes, but to the point where I can literally tap my nails. It has it dry to the touch in 10 minutes, and this is honestly the best thing I have ever used in my life. This is me showing you that I'm actually applying the top coat on my thumb at 205 just to prove that I'm not lying. But this little bottle of goodness, literally it's like £2.99, and oh, like it has revolutionized the way my nails stay painted for the longest. I absolutely love it. And like I did with the first coat of colour, I make sure I wrap the free edge and end of my nail. But as you can see here, just over 10 minutes later, I'm whacking it with this metal cuticle pusher and it is fine. Now just put on the same moisturiser I put on my nails initially, and just to make sure that my cuticles and hands are looking healthy and moisturised. Now this is the routine that I do and this is what works for me, so I sort of put a disclaimer out there that these things that might work for me might not work for you, but this is how I keep my nails lovely, long and healthy. If you got this far in the video, thank you for watching and I shall see you in my next video. Bye.